Welcome to Walks with Wolfie. Oh yeah, oh yeah. It is late and it is incredibly calm. I can hear the crash and the roar of the sea, and I can see hundreds of stars around about me. Doesn't that doesn't that make you feel small when you think about how big the world is, how big the universe is, how much more there is out there than we could ever comprehend and understand. We are but specks, glimpses of dust and dreams. That's what we are. We're glints in the eyes of others. We're gleams. We are gleams. We are realms. We are living. We are. You know that? Are you living where you are? What's that old saying? Be where you are. Otherwise, you will miss most of your life. So true, so true. And yet we need to dream, don't we? We need to dream. We need to ponder. We need that infinite to balance the finite. We need the dark and light, the day and night, the peace and the fight. You'll be all right. Don't worry. There is no theme unto this chat except to be just where we're at. I could do this whole walk with Wolfie and rhyming couplets, but I end up just saying a lot of ridiculous stuff, which is probably not going to make sense. Oh, look, the moon. And I thought, how does that work? The moon is supposed to rise over there, yet it's it's not in the right place. Somebody put the moon back, please. Somebody please put the moon. Can you excuse me? Excuse me. I am reminded sometimes of that. Which film is it? It's A Wonderful Life, I think, isn't it? The old James Stewart film, which apparently wasn't a classic when it was first released. It was only when it got picked up by cable television channels and played on repeat again and again and again and again and again that it got burned into the human consciousness. But there's that quote in it about lassoing the moon and pulling it down, and the energy and enthusiasm that flowed from the actors in that scene. You believed it was real. You didn't need to add any kind of special effects. You didn't really need some background sound to stimulate the human emotions. You didn't need that. It was all there. It was all there in the great art that was the classic era of Hollywood. And as with everything, it rises and falls and is gone. And it's gone just the films. I'm talking about the tape that the film is on, just the film. Just the film remains. And one day that too will fade. Every piece of music ever made will be forgotten. Every book ever written will be buried. Yep. They'll be gone just like the conversations of yesterday are gone. Far away. Distant. Far away. In the darkness. Far away. Does yesterday ever seem like another life to you? Another world that once was? Does it? It does to me. Almost as if it never happened. I mean, it did. We made it happen. We shared those experiences. Wow. So I'm down at the harbour wall between the boats looking, oh my word, what an amazing sky. Nature is such a beautiful beast of wondrous beauty. My word. This was not created by man. Man's hand has never been able to create something so beautiful. And as I look up and I focus, I begin to focus, I see more and more. What looked like just a handful of stars is, oh, it's galaxies. It's galaxies. Unending. Infinity. Universal. Oh, such beauty. Such immense wonder. Makes your heart want to sing, you know? It really does make your heart want to sing, Wolfie. I wish that there was a way. I wish there was a way to record it all. I wish there was a way to visit it all. You know, staring at the same stars that people stared at. That's a past form, isn't it? Stared. The thousands of years ago, people stood here and stared at the same stars. Is that amazing, or is that just like, duh, of course they did? I wonder if the brighter stars are brighter because they're closer, or brighter because they're bigger. I wonder which ones are the closest. I've got this app in my other phone that will tell me which is which and what is what, and we named them all. We named them all. We gave them names and thought because we learned their names that we understood what they were. But really, we didn't understand at all. We were just naming them. We were just becoming more familiar with them. We were just getting more comfortable. We were claiming them as ours. These stars, they belong to me. And out there, maybe somebody else staring up, looking back. Maybe someone in Alpha Centauri is watching, waiting, listening. Little did they know that they were being observed. Blah, blah, blah. H.G. Wells, remixed time and time again as the wind rattles the garage doors. H.G. Wells never grows old. You know, that idea. We can all be united together under a single threat, a common enemy that is out there. Nature, the environment, aliens, terrorists, people hiding under your bed, demons. Right, we'll all be united against a common enemy, and then together we shall become one. What was the Highlander theme? There can be only one. Yes, there can be. Yeah, except he found out that he wasn't the only one. Yay! We all believe we're special. We all believe we're right. We're all often misguided. Need to learn the lessons. Said it before, I'll say it again. That's why they hang around. The problem remains until we have learned everything that we need to learn from it. Truths are truths, right? We're terrible as people. We're terrible as humanity. We're constantly making a mess of things. Don't get me wrong, we're doing brilliant things at the same time, right? Saving species of animals, designing houses, getting to the bottom of the ocean and the top of the mountain in our creative endeavors, where we seek, constantly we seek. Isn't that one of those deeper elements to the hidden meanings of everything? Mr. Potter? The hidden meanings of why we need to seek and what we need to seek for. The hidden meanings. there's that. What was that book? The Secret Teachings of All Ages. Is that the title? By Manly P. Hall? There are a couple of books by Manly P. Hall that gathered together the historical notes and collective writings of so-called secret societies. Who else wrote books? Fritz Springmeier's got a couple of books like that, but that's darker stuff. I wouldn't advise people to dive into that stuff lightly. But you go back to the Manly P. Hall, because he goes and research. He's dead. He's been dead for 100 years. He researched the original classical writings. A great section on the Secret Teachings of All Ages on the history of medicine. Absolutely fantastic. I mean, if there was a book that was going to be taught in schools, it really ought to be that one. And what was that? Ruskick? You are being lied to. You have been lied to. It's a lie! History is a lie written by the winners! No, it's actually written by the people who took the time to write it. Helps if you've got a publisher, though. Bit of money behind you. Pump out the volumes, pump out the volumes. Yay! Alright. Wind's getting up on this side now. It's wasn't very windy at all. On our side, on the east, over here on the west, it's not the best. Never has been, never will be, but we got the propaganda right, didn't we? Mm-hmm. Stories and music. Dun, dun, dun. And they were all paid well for what they did. Look at that, the moon. There's a crescent moon. Same moon I've previously mentioned. We only have one. It's the crescent moon is hanging and lighting up the sea under the lighthouse. Crystal clear. Oh, the stars. Okay, shall we do it? Stars look very different today. Am I floating in a tin can? Far above the moon. Planet Earth is blue, and there's nothing I can do. Oh yeah. There's the wind. It's the temperature has kicked up like 10 degrees between what it is now and what it was. And where is everybody? Once again, it's later tonight. I'm an hour late for everything today because I couldn't sleep last night at all. I just lay there like a jellyfish. Really, I was just like bleh. Like a jellyfish. I was completely useless. Ooh! Oh, wait a minute. Wind's getting up. Oh, here's a bit of a wind here. I'm wondering if I should take a shortcut. I'll put my hand over and hear the sound changes because I've got my hand in front of the mic trying to stop the street. The street is funneling the wind in a very specific direction in my face. I was going to talk about something before the wind got up there. I can't think what it was now. I lost my train of thought. Could rewind and listen to yourself and whatever. Doesn't really matter, does it? I think I was just singing David Bowie songs. That's all. And I can't even sing anyway. But the stars look very different today. Oh, the stars are beautiful. Oh, I know what it's like we're wow, late. Couldn't sleep. Jellyfish. That was it. Think thoughts. It's all coming back to me now. Yeah, I couldn't sleep at all. I was just tossing and turning and being like you should kind of get up and do something. But I always thought, well, maybe I'm just going to fall asleep in the next 5 minutes. Maybe in the next 5 minutes. Hours went by of me just lying there in the bed. Just looking at one wall and then the other wall. I don't know, it must have been like 3-4 o'clock before I finally did get doze off. And then my alarm went off at 6 and I was just like, oh, that's no good. Like 2 hours of sleep is like, I gotta be able to function. So I gave myself an extra hour, figuring that I end up catching up with myself at some point. Round the corner, out the wind. Hope that wasn't too windy in the recording. We'll find out. Back up. Where are we? Up the hill. So if I'm a bit out of breath, it's because it's the hill again. Second time today? No, I didn't make it this far in the jog today. Taking it easy, 'cause I missed a day yesterday. 'Cause of things. Oh my God, if you've ever in your life realized that the old sayings are true, the old adages, I said trouble comes in threes, you know. Always threes. Never just one thing. There's always this multitude. It's a trifecta, really. 40. Oh, British humour. Oh, British humour. My God. You got to imagine that's what got us this far. Our sense of humour. You know, the Americans have their bravado and forthrightness. Do that in an American accent. Forthrightness. Oh, here comes the wind again. The Brits have their humour. Yep. We do is the dry irony or dry ironic juxtaposition of the sane and the insane, the logical and the absurd coming together. If you've noticed that, it's American humor is very telegraphed. It's very sort of, we're going to tell you what you already know is funny, and you're going to laugh at it anyway, like your head's in a can. Yeah. Whereas British humor just tends to be off the wall. Like a fish walks into a newsagent's, or a dolphin goes to buy a new car, or elephant walk. No, not that one. Not that one. It's all been done. It's all been done up at the top. Made it to the top of the hill. Looking up, trying to block out the street lights. Imagine if there were no street lights. They got this project somewhere up north, not far from here. The Dark Skies project, where they're rewilding everything. It's going to be great when they rewild everything and get it all complete, and we'll have the wild pigs back and the bears and the wolves and yeah, and then no one will go out into the countryside because we're a country obsessed with safety now. No, can't go outside. Might be oh look, let's look at our smartphones and see what colour they are first. Oh no, red. We can't go outside. Might be something happening. No, might be a swarm of bees. Can't be too careful. My father, in all his infinite wisdom, he'll say something completely nonsensical, which is just idiotic and dumb, and then you'll follow it with, "But you know, you can't bubble wrap yourself. You can't bubble. You know, you've got to get out there and do things and live your life." It's like, yep, he's right. he's right. Even a stopped clock tells the right time twice a day. We do like to say that we do like our extremes. We like to how can I want to put this nicely. I don't want to use vulgar terms. Sometimes there are no nice terms. Sometimes the swear is just the way to go. Way to go, boys. Good job. The Britishness of everything. It's, I don't know. This, oh dear. There's a great film, I recommend a film. There's a great film, old, pretty sure it's black and white, British movie, of course, about war. It's called, oh no, I've just forgotten the name of it now. What's it called? What's the film called? I'm gonna give you completely the wrong name now. A town like Alice. No. Ice cold in Alex. God, a town like Alice. My God. Well, I knew what I meant. It's another one of my dad's classics. I knew what I meant. Yes, Dad, but nobody else did. Right. And that doesn't, oh my God. There's a giant Christmas tree in the middle of the sea. It's obviously not a Christmas tree, it's obviously a ship of some kind. Looks like a Christmas tree though. Kids would be excited. Christmas tree in the middle of, there's a Christmas tree in the middle of the sea, you can imagine. And the stars. God, imagine what it's like out there. Oh no, well, it's got all these lights on it. You're not going to see anything, are you? Oh well. It would be a good place to view the stars from. The beach, I suppose. The beach will have relatively few lights on, especially the East Beach, but you can't get to it because the bridge is out. So there. Hope you can hear me. It's blustery. It's Wednesday. It's not actually. It's Thursday. But there you go. Wedness. That's how I used to remember that. Odd spelling. Which of course originally was Woden's, wasn't it? Everything was something else before it was what it is. What does it even mean? Yeah, I was called an Alex. Alex being Alexandria in Egypt. It's a World War II film. And a group of soldiers have broken down and need to get to safety, and they have to work together, and they're on opposite sides, but they decide to help each other. And it's a great film. So many great movies. So much to do and so little time. It does look like a giant Christmas tree in the middle of the sea. Meanwhile, over there, on one section of the beach, are a lot of lights. What is lighting up the beach over there? Oh, it's a car's headlights. Wow. The car's parked on one side of the river. Wow. It's showing a massive distance there. Oh. Anyway, who cares about that? Who cares? Do you ever wonder? Do you wonder, Wolfie? You alright, Wolfie? Are you cool? Do you ever wonder who's there? Who cares? Up over the top of the hill and down the other side, and still no signs of life. Still no signs of life. The town is in the keeping of everyone who is sleeping. And yeah, how did I come across that film? I don't know how I came across that film. DVD collection in the British Council Library. Somewhere. Somewhere. Classic British war films. Everyone involved in those things gone now. All gone. All gone. What would we do without their entertainment? Would we be lost? Would we know what to focus on? Would we know who to follow? Who to trust? Would we be more at peace with ourselves? Would we have deeper, more transformative, transient intellectual conversations? I don't know. I'd like to think so, but I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. You do have to love the way that this town has its semi-tropical plants. Doesn't have any semi-tropical weather though. You have to wonder how that all works out. Well, we're almost back home now on this beautiful starry night. It's probably be a great night for taking pictures of the sky and the beauties up there and beyond. You would have thought with all those satellites they'd pumped up there You'd see them circling around, and I can't see any. Tis, I sense a presence in the force. Something like that. I don't know. Ramble on, Wolfie. Ramble on. Keep moving. Keep moving forward. Get back to all the songs from the 80s. Keep on moving, don't stop. Yeah. Keep on moving, don't stop. Love the architecture around here. These people have put in an extra effort to make everything just a bit nicer. The frames on the windows, the curved stones and indentations, the decorative features. It's beautiful. Got to appreciate the beautiful things. And so here we are, living an appreciative life, living with gratitude, living with a good attitude. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in. We've taken our tour. It is very pleasant for a February evening. Very. Have a good one, guys.